the Ga language is sinking, and it is now limited to some communities in Accra. You visit schools and then they don't teach Ga, and Ga children are learning other languages, even in their homeland. And just this week, before the basic education certificate examination started, a little Ga child, a girl called Claudie, put up on Facebook that she was going to write the exams with pain, knowing that she was going to write a different language other than her mother tongue. And my younger brother, who stays at Oyarifa, is studying a different language right here in Accra. And it will be so sad to know that you are the one overseeing the region and this is happening on the land.
Yes. At a certain level, like the basic level where languages are compulsory, that you must do them. So to go through your training or examination to pass, to continue with your education, then it will be very bad for people to be forced to learn a language that they are not prepared to do so. The Ga people themselves, with the problems that they are having, like the Ga Manche issue, it's another thing. We are there that we cannot even determine who our leader is. The whole Ga state cannot say this is our leader. So people are doing what they want to do.
Oh, no, but that's why personalities like you are there. If the Mancheme are not coming together to find reason to promote the language, you are there representing the region.
Yes, we can start something. You understand? But it becomes political, and it's very dangerous when you don't think them. Let's assume there is somebody who have in place at a certain level who have no interest in the language that we speak, or he cannot even speak the language, and therefore the interest is not there. And then I come out to say that this person should be removed, or this person shouldn't be there because he cannot. My argument is that because that person cannot speak Ga, and that because of that he has no interest in the Ga, and that is the main reason why our young ones are not studying Ga. Politically, they pick this thing up, and there is a way to dress up political issue. They will dress this thing up, and maybe for 1 week I will not have my peace.
But no, there is a policy that in every region, at least the dominant or the indigenous language should be taught. So why not in Accra too?
Yes.
Because in other regions it is done across board.
Yes, because they have an organized system that everybody is really concerned about it. This is an issue where when even you want the Gans to come and talk, you don't see who to come and talk.
It could be that you didn't search for the right people, the right Ga people to come up and talk.
The right Ga, that is where politics come in. I'm a political party person. Now, if I want to do something which have influence on government, or which will bring something out of government, there might be somebody sitting out there who is a CPP person, well knowledgeable, very good, who can do that thing better than the person that I'm bringing from the MPP. It will not speak very well of me. It will create a whole lot of problem. But if the Ga people, in their own institution, from their own background, comes out to, because they will not look at politics. They will come. We are Gans. We have a culture. We have our own values, and this is where we want to go. And therefore, it is Atakwe who is the right person to lead this agenda without looking whether it's MPP, it's NDC, or it's CPP. He comes and lead that process. We may be able to achieve something. If today I come out here to say that, look, nobody should, or we are not going to agree that other languages to be taught in schools in Accra, and it's only Ga that we should do. You just see how.
Oh, no, I want to hear something like this from you. That's what the people are requesting you to do. That it could be that you are not saying that they should stop teaching other languages in Accra. The Ga people who are complaining that their language is sinking want the regional minister, Honorable Ishmael Ashite, to say that the Ga language should be made constant so that the other languages could be optional. So when you move into the school, the basic thing there is Ga, for the Ga children to be able to learn the Ga. So the other languages too are there for the others who can't learn or who wouldn't want to learn the Ga to be able to learn their mother tongue. But it shouldn't be that you move through the schools and the other languages are being taught in Accra. And then there is no Ga teacher, there is no Ga being taught. So it's like the children are deprived. So the minister should be able to direct that in the home region, there should be Ga taught in all the schools for the Ga children to also have access.
Yeah, you are talking of, I can make a proposal that Ga should be taught in the district.
The policy is there, Honorable. Yes. It's a matter of implementing, having the policy implemented.
Yes. And you don't have, maybe you don't even have the teachers.
They are there. When they graduate, then they are rather sent to other regions, which is another problem your office.
It's not my office. It's the education of this thing. You see,
which is under your office.
No, it is the regional director who we work with here. She also takes instruction from her minister. It should be, if that is the situation, it should be a conscious effort that look, Ga should be the main language in the Greater Accra region. And I'm telling you, if you go and say so, you are going to have a very serious challenge coming from other people.
Why should it be so?
The problem that people, I've spoken to some of them, the accounts will tell you that the enormous in Greater Accra is bigger than the Ga people themselves. Whether it's true, I for now.
But the land isn't theirs. Yes. This is the homeland of the Ga people.
Yes. But they will say that, well, the people on the land who are going to be the beneficiaries of the language. Because, excuse me to say, the land will not learn any language. It is the people on the land who will learn. So they will tell you that the enormous are very big.
What's your personal take on this?
No,
and the fact is not to show other languages, but give the Ga people or the Dangbe people their fair share of the cake.
Yes.
You can teach the other languages, but teach the Ga, the Dangbe languages too.
That is what it should be. That if you go to a school and they say we will not, or we are not teaching Ga, it's not fair. It's not good that you go to a place they say we are not teaching Ga. There must be a Ga teacher. What we are saying, that means there must be a Ga teacher in every Ga community school or where we have this. But you see, that is not the issue. You see that the transfer of teachers is done by the Ministry of Education. They don't look at the background of the teachers or the type of languages they do that. You see, the system actually in Accra is not working in our favor because so many things are going wrong. And apart from the political leadership that can come out and which people can easily attack whenever you do something, we need our indigenous institutions in Greater Accra to work. And that is why I'm seriously conscious fighting to make sure that the Ga people have genuine Ga leaders like Mancheme, Wulome. This must be genuine. Somebody, when he comes up, everybody will respect and believe that this is the right person, that nobody will point hands that he shouldn't be the chief. Because when people start thinking that you should not be the chief, the way they will address you, the way they talk to you, other people will not give you that respect again. So we must start from somewhere. And I have spoken to them that, look, we need to get people in authority. We must think of teachers who will take these positions to teach the language. Then we must think of educationists, people who are at the top level, who will be coming out with educational policies to be also looking at it in that direction.
What will be your commitment to work somewhat to ensure that this language sinking, the Ga language sinking is resolved?
I am seriously committed.
Personally, what are you going to do?
No, we like I said, at the background, we will always advise them.
In your capacity as the regional minister?
In my capacity, I will be very happy when Ga is taught here in Accra. All Ga areas, Ga communities, we teach Ga there. But like I said, it's a long process, very long, because we have to look at the education ministry, the type of trainings that we get for our teachers. Like you said, some of them are there, but they've been taken to other places. What is the system that is taking them away? What do we do about all those things?
Would you take this challenge to make your office look into it?
Yes, we will. We will. You see, but some of the narratives have to be done by the Ghana leadership. We can do what our part. You understand? We can do our part. I sit here, so many things come to me. But the fact of the matter is that there are some things that I cannot be seen to be leading in its implementation. Somebody else should do some of those things. If we have to, I can quietly advise my colleagues or advise the president that, look, let's look at the policy where teachers are taken away from, Ghana teachers are taken away, sent to maybe Northern region. Northern region teachers are taken, so it becomes very difficult for our children to learn our languages. Let's look at that. Government will start looking at it. Nobody will hear of that, because I can't come out and start as if I am shouting of things against my own government. This one we have to, Ghana people say, are you on me? We'll go behind closed doors and speak about those ones. But, you know, if we have very intelligent Ghana leaders, they will take this thing up. Because they will pick the signal that their children are speaking maybe Akan when they come home. Why is that happening? And they will start the revolution from that level and then come up. So we must all work to make sure that the leadership system in Greater Accra or Ghana works.